Hello, my name is Lauren Schillenholtz, and I'll be doing a presentation on interviews and interrogations with a focus on the Reid technique. So a little background on interrogation methods in general. So we've been in the U.S. It dates all the way back to the Salem witch trials. And which the three main points on that were confessions, the testimony of the eyewitnesses, and like specters. There also is the third degree, which is from like the early 1900s, but it mostly focused on trickery and deceit. Not very ethical at all, and it was used a lot World War II and on like war criminals. So eventually this brought about the polygraph, and that was our first look on like emotional interrogations, and now it's mostly used as a prop. It's not, you can't use it in the courts to admit guilt or anything like that. It's mostly like a prop. And so with the polygraph, you could match physical and verbal behaviors to deceptive behaviors. And that led to the behavioral interview. So the steps to the Reid technique. So there's the positive confrontation, theme development, handling denials, which is a major part to any interrogation method. Overcoming objections, so overcoming those denials from the suspect. You want to notice the denials and you want to immediately put an end to the denials. And then there's procurement and retention of a suspect's attention, handling their passive mood, presenting an alternative question. So what an alternative question would be like. So for instance, there's a suspect that is being accused of rape, and you kind of pose the question like, so did she take her clothes off or did you? And then that gives way for the suspect to admit guilt more easily than just being flat out, did you rape her? And then having the suspect orally relate the details of the crime and elements of oral and written statements. Some precautions with the Reid technique. So it does play with people's emotions, so which is helpful in solving crimes, but you have to be very responsible when using the technique. It needs to be handled with care. And then as soon as the interview becomes accusatory, you have to read them their rights as soon as it becomes accusatory. There are some controversies surrounding the Reid technique, most notably Central Park 5, and it has been known to be coercive and confrontational compared to other methods of interviewing. So an alternative is the PEACE method, and that's an acronym for preparation and planning, engaging and explaining, account closure, and evaluating. Another alternative is the kinesic interview, which focuses on nonverbal cues and it attacks denial, which is very important with interrogations, as I stated before. And I found this very interesting. The interviewer revisits evidence every 3 to 5 minutes. So it kind of just gets it in the suspect's head, like, okay, there's no escaping this. They know the facts. So in conclusion, the READ technique it's a very strong framework for interviewing and interrogating. Sure, there could always be openness to other strategies, but I still think it has a strong framework. And the US could always move to other strategies like peace, like they do in the UK. I think that would always be beneficial to try that out. It's less controversial and less coercive. But that is all. Thank you.